Hi, this is Monster Restore 91, and today I'm gonna show you how I do the sheepskin tanning. This is how it's gonna look when you barely gonna start. You remove everything, the legs, the head. So I'm gonna start putting salt on this, on the flesh. So usually I use one single can for one sheep. The 9 iodized salt, which is better to use salt, not grain. But I've seen in other YouTube videos that people use other types of salts because that's the only thing they have in their country. But this one I bought it for 79 cents in the store. Didn't buy the best brand since I'm just gonna throw it on the sheepskin. This is my other ones that I've been doing over here. They're about to be done already. See, feels like leather. So this is how I try to remove all the fat. So the skins look very beautiful. Okay, so this is how the sheep's skin looks like. Different colors. So it's very beautiful for a carpet. Look at that. It's gonna need one more wash and it should be it. So I already have, like I said, 5 sheepskins, different colors. They're good for rugs. Like when you get off the bed, especially since it's cold right now, it's pretty good. So this is how it's gonna look like when you barely start. Not the best thing. It smells, dirt, blood. These were donated for me. They were donated to me because they were gonna use it for meat, and I refused for them to throw it away. So I've been buying a little bit of tools and things I have around my property to save more money. You're gonna need, the only thing I spent on was on this toolbox. I found it in the barn, but this one I bought it eBay for like 20 bucks, I believe. Got some gloves, which I already had. Some stone for your feet, so to scrape off all the fat of the flesh, which I will show you. I'm gonna throw salt on these sheepskins, and I'm gonna leave it for a whole week folded in that plastic bin. So I'll show you how to use this, and a piece of wood that has to be rounded on both sides, not flat like right here. Has to be rounded to stretch it. And this one I didn't buy it also. I just found it around my property. So I ended up cutting 2 pieces right here, 1, 2, and brush. I'll show you guys in the other video how to do it. And this, I haven't used it yet, but because I bought this one, and this one I'm gonna show you how I put the eggs and stir it up and use the other brush. So I will show you later on, since this is gonna take a whole week to cure with the iodized salt, the non iodized salt. So yeah, I bought this tool. I found this toolbox and in the barn. So I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna show you guys how I do the process. Also, I have a flesh knife to remove all the fat. It's a 12-inch blade to scrape all the fat, which I will be showing you later. Once a week has passed, I'll be showing you the fleshing knife. It's a 12-inch, handles on both sides, and I ended up cutting this straw for the pool so you could swim with it. And then I'm cutting it because it doesn't come with a protector. So what I did is I cut this in half and measure it and cut it so I could put it right here on the knife. See, like that, so you won't get cut. So that's how it will look. So yeah, this is how it looks for the protector. Nobody will get cut. So this is basically the tools I use to start the process. Doesn't require that much. Oh, and a small black tub and a couple more things. There's not a lot. Like I said, I found certain things in my property that around laying down, and I used it for the sheepskin. The only thing, like I said, I spend money on this, on the flesh cutting, the flesh knife, and the stone, which is like $5 or $2 on the pharmacy or Walmart, and this on eBay, and this were like for free. So like I said, I'm gonna get going with the flesh skin. I'm gonna flip this one over like the one over there. So I'm gonna get my knife. I already ordered my knife, my bony knives, and to cut the skin more easier, to remove all the fat. I already sharpened it with the I don't know, you can see the shiny edges with the stone, which I will show you in another video how I sharpen it. It's really sharp right now. I wasn't sharpening in the morning because I ran out of the sharp edges, so I resharpened it. So I'm gonna get going with this. I'm just gonna open it. Just watch out with the knife. You don't want to cut yourself. So I'm gonna try to use my my tripod right now. Okay, I already opened it. So let's go to the sheepskin. So try to stretch it out as much as you can on the side so you could get. I know I'm gonna have to cut certain parts of it, like on the edges, like all that, like that. So I'm going to cut all that, like I said, in the edges. So try to stretch it out. There's a couple holes right here that the person cut in accident, but I'm gonna stitch it up. So I'm gonna be showing you, but right now, like I said, I'm just gonna throw all the salt. Try to throw it all in the middle. All in the flesh. It's really cold today. It's been freezing. Yeah, this now iodized salt is very good to cure this sheepskin. I like to use the whole can for one sheepskin. Probably if it's a larger animal like a cow, probably gonna need more. But I'm just using sheepskin. This is like my third time doing this, and I think I've been doing good so far, so good. So this is how it looks. If you want, you could wear gloves if you don't want to touch the salt. If you don't want to get all bloody and dirty and nasty, you could wear some gloves, which I'll get some right now just to spread the salt a little bit on certain areas of the sheepskin. Right now I'm using my tripod. It turns into a selfie stick. So here we go. So you just basically put it in the areas you didn't got. Which I believe I got all of it. I'm not too worried about the edges, because like I said, I'm gonna cut it, certain parts of it. So right now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna fold it like that. And you fold it again, pretty much like a square. Like that, like that. To look like that. It was very dirty, so like I said, you just put it in a plastic bin like that. So now we're gonna flip the other one over. Like I said, I'm just gonna cut the edges later on. All this and all this right here, you can see where it's not furry, so I'm gonna cut all that later on. So it could look like that, like the ones over there. I cut the edges. So like I said, we're gonna flip this one over. And stretch it as much as you can on the sides. Now I have to open the other can of salt. Now we start throwing it all over the flesh. Remember, move around, don't just stand in one spot. Throw Go it all around. And like I said, you could spread it around. Just wear gloves. You don't want to touch the salt. You don't want to have salty hands. There we go. It looks like sugar, but it's not. Promise you guys, this is salt. Try to get all the areas where I feel like it didn't got the salt. You could just move around the salt. Alright, so this is how it looks. It's all salted down. Put the cans away. There's a little bit of salt, so I'll just throw some right here. Alright. Okay, so now we fold it halfway, like that. And another one like that, and then like that, like a square, small tiny square, like you're folding a paper. And then you get your plastic bin. Also, this plastic bin, I found it in my property. I have 2 of them. So the other ones, once I clean them and dry them up and all that, I put in the other one. This one I rewash it, and the other one too, I rewash them. So you don't have to cover it, because then it might stink. So now I'm gonna put it on a place where it gets cold and the hot sun does not get it. It's not pointing in direct sunlight. So I'm gonna show you guys where I put it. Since it's cold right now, it has to be cold environment. Okay, so this is where I stored it. Store it right here where the sun does not get it, and it's kind of cold in here. So this is where I store it, and then after a week I'm gonna take it out of here, let the salt settle in the flesh. So like I said, let all the salt penetrate in the flesh, and then in the skin, and then we'll start cleaning it out with water. We'll pressure wash it with water and wash it with Dawn soap, and then start removing the membrane and all the fat. So stay tuned, and I'm just gonna, like I said, wait for a week and we'll take it out of here. Okay, it's been a week since I did the sheepskin, and I salted the sheepskin. since I've been busy working, and it's been snowing, raining, and strong winds. So today's a perfect day because it's not raining or snowing. So now I'm gonna unsalt this sheep skin. It's gonna be a little bit of dirty work. I don't know if you can see like dirt and a little bit of blood over there. So I'm gonna unfold it and remove all the salt with pure water. Okay, I'm gonna put on some water. I used plastic bag. I don't really let it fill up the whole way. I leave it like halfway in. And I use a little bit of Dawn soap. Just a little bit. You see how the water is clear? It's gonna get dirty once I wash the sheepskin. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna close on the water. Now I'll put the sheepskin right there. Stretch, not stretch it, just expand it. Okay, now I'm gonna wet it, remove all the salt on the sheepskin. So I'll try to get around the whole sheepskin. Okay, I remove all the salt from the sheepskin. You can't see no salt no more. Oh, look at how dirty it looks. It has blood and dirt. So right now we're gonna dump it in the water. You see, it's all dirty. Dump it in that little tub right here. Very dirty. fully submerged it. Since right now it's winter, it's really cold. So I'm just gonna do it real quick and get all the blood out and dirt. Let's go like this. With all the blood and dirt. I don't know if you can see the blood and the water. Like I said, this job is not for everybody. So it's for certain people that are willing to do it, and I was willing to do it. And these sheepskins were donated to me. I refused for them to throw it away. I ended up saving them because they ended up using it for their meat. So they were donated. That's a couple of thorns. Okay, so I'm gonna bring it out. It has a lot of grass and other stuff. I'm gonna take it out of here. And then we're gonna go this way. Then I'm move all the water, just go like this. Just give it a pressure. You can see it is getting cleaner a little bit more. So I'm gonna have to give it another wash, but for right now, I'm gonna remove all the water. Just squeeze it. Okay, I think I remove as much as water as I can. So now I'm going to expand it right here. I put it in this barrel. I use these things to hold it in place. You see? I have two of them. So two like stands so I can hold it in place, the barrel, so it won't roll around. So this is how it looks right now, a little bit more cleaner. I'm gonna give it a little brush, but look at how beautiful it is. Looks more cleaner, no more blood or debris. But look at the water, it's all filled with blood and debris and dirt. See? Has blood. So I'm gonna drain it right now, refill this. I could do the other one also. This one, still dirty. But for right now, I'm gonna focus on this one, the one I just started. And get the brush and start brushing all these little twigs and dirt off the fur. So I'm gonna get going. Okay, so this is what I use to remove the debris and the twigs out of the sheep's fur. So it's easy, you just go like this. See, it's removing all this twigs and debris. And once it gets filled up like this, just go like this. Like push it down like this. See? Remove all the dirt. So you just go basically like you're pinching, like that. And then you do it all over again. It might be a little bit heavy because it still has still moist, still has water. You don't have to get all the twigs out. Just do as much as you want because you're still gonna have to give it another wash. So see, it gets a lot of dirt. A lot of dirt and twigs and debris and fur. I don't go that hard, I just go like gently. I don't go too hard. This brush will cost you like $20 on eBay, especially for this type of job. So the rest of the tools, I bought some on eBay, but some of the tools, like I said, I found them on my property, and there was no need to buy some. Like that tub right there, the plastic bin where I put the sheepskin, I found all that on my property, so laying around, so I'm gonna use it for there. Saves me a lot of money. So before you buy something that you need, check if you have anything around in your property before you buy, just to save you money. The only thing I bought is this and the skinning knife to skin the fat, to remove all the fat membranes, and the brush and the stone to remove a little bit of flesh. So it wasn't that expensive. So alright, so this is how it looks. I try to brush it as much as I can, so like I said, if it still has a little bit of debris like right here, it don't matter because I'm still gonna have to wash it either way. give it another wash. So right now I'm gonna flip it over to remove all the fat and the membrane. Okay, so now I'm gonna remove, turn it around. Beautiful skin. Certain things I'm gonna end up cutting, like right here. All this, it only has to be this, the fur, but not the skin. So I'm just gonna, for right now, I'm just gonna scrape all the fat, give it a little wash, a little bit, just to remove all this, and start scraping down the membrane and all the fat. So this is what I use. I bought this in the 99-cent stores to swim. I ended up using it because it didn't came with like a bag or something, and I was scared to like get cut. So I just like split it in half and use it like a protector. Measure it from to the end, and there you go. Just be careful when you're using this. You could cut yourself. So basically, you don't have to go that rough. You just go soft. Because then, if you go rough, you're gonna go like this, and you don't want that to happen. I learned. This is my 4th time, I think, using this. So you'll see when you could use a sharp knife, but I learned the hard way because I was using the sharp knife and I accidentally made a hole on it, which it could happen, but you could sew it up. But it's a lot of work sewing it since it's like really hard skin. So that's why I ended up buying this. Look at all the fat right here. Here's what I'm removing. All the fat. So yeah. You know, you don't have to scrape it roughly, like I said. You have to go all around. You remove the fat. Either way, when you wash it again, you're gonna see the spots where you missed, especially on these ones. You know, you can see the skin right here, like peeling out. So just work half of it, and then once you feel like you got most of it out, start the other side, on the right side. I start from the left, or sometimes I just start on the right. So look at that. It's like all fat. So you can push the skin a little bit more over here, so you could get the best possible way to remove all the fat. Like, I don't care about this, so I'm not gonna fight with all this fat right here, because like I said, I'm just gonna cut it from here because I don't need it. I need only the fur. You don't also have to put pressure this or else you'll bend this. I'm using the barrel, it's not even, it's like this. So just try to be careful, don't put your whole weight on it. Like I said, just go gently like how I'm going. Like this. Go sideways. Look at all the fat. I've seen other people using other methods like a sandpaper grinding wheel, which is cool to use, but I feel like I could drill a hole accidentally. Now you're gonna go way more far in than you're supposed to. So this is why I chose this type of tool, because it's gently, you're just scraping all the fat surface. Not all the fat you're gonna end up removing because it's gonna be a little bit challenging, but like I said, once you wash it again, you'll see the leftover fat that you left. You always have to be careful with your fingers not to cut. I haven't cut myself since the blade is only on the bottom and the top is like there's no sharpness, only right here. It's kind of like a chisel type, like the top is no sharpness, only on the bottom, so it's kind of like a chisel. Probably in my other video I'll show you how to sharpen the Skinner knife or flesh knife. Okay, I don't know if you could see the fat right here. Like this, all fat. All this has to be removed. Like all this is all fat, extra skin, even this. So I'm gonna continue scraping as much as I can. See all the fat membrane. You can't remove the skin, the hard part, like this or this. Just get a knife carefully, not to cut yourself. See? Just remove the skin carefully. Don't go too down, like too on the bottom, because that's how you make the holes. See? So you remove the fat. You can also go like this too, to remove the fat with this blade. I'm using my tactical knife. I sharpened it because it didn't have no more sharp. It just ran out, so just do it like the other blade, like you're doing the other blade. This knife is super sharp, so you just have to be careful when you're using your sharp knife. Usually you use a Skinner knife, but I haven't bought one yet. I'm gonna have to buy one so I could do this type of hobby You can see once you start removing all the fat to the edges, you start collecting all the fat and the edges. Look, like right here, which you don't have to. If you can't remove it because it's too hard, just wait for it until you give it another wash or it dries up. Sometimes it dries up, but don't let it dry the skin too much completely, and it could peel off sometimes once it dries up. Look at how much fat I'm removing on the edges. Like I said, you'll know when you're removing all the fat. Look, start seeing a different color on the skin. Look at that. So this is the only time I use the knife and the small edges, because the big one I'm not gonna be able to reach to this. So right now I'm just removing all the fat and pushing it towards the edge of the sheepskin. See, so on the edge already. Like I said, if you can't remove it right now because it's all wet and moist, you can remove it once it dries up a little bit more. You can remove it. So right now I'm just gonna try to remove this one, the extra skin. You just have to be careful not to make a hole, or else you're gonna have to sew it up and it's gonna be more work. See? So the fat. So I'm just gonna continue on. Just be careful with the blade because they could be sharp. There you go. All the fat. Like I said, don't get it too close or else you're gonna make a hole. There you go. You just have to scrape it sideways like this to remove all the fat. But like I said, if you can't remove it, just leave it like that and wait for it until it dries up a little bit of the skin. And like I said, I'm gonna cut all this right here because it's just skin, you see? And here's all skin, it's not fur like this one. So I'm not gonna put that much effort onto removing the fat on the edges. Only certain edges, like right here in the neck, like I do have to remove it, but right now, since it's a little bit moist and gummy, it's very hard to remove it. But you could see how the skin has been looking now, like more cleaner. It still has a little bit of fat and membrane, which I will scrape off later on once it dries up a little bit more. Not completely, just a little bit. And once it dries up a little bit, you could wet it again and it will soften up. So if you don't want to cut yourself with a knife, or you're scared to use these types of knives, either like the skinny knife, well, this is a tactical knife. You can always wear these types of gloves, the impact gloves. So it's kind of hard, so you won't cut yourself. So you could just use it like this, see? You don't have to worry, you could go like this and you won't have to worry about cutting yourself. And also, since it's very cold, well, now it's cold and you can't, when it's cold, you can't really feel your fingers. So it's good also to use the gloves. Put this knife away so I won't get cut. Look at all the fat. Just throw it away. Move it this way. Like I said, don't move too fast, because then you start wrinkling it. It goes like this, like I said, but just goes gently. Oh, you can see all this fat right here. See if I could move it gently. If not, I'm gonna wait a little bit more, because I know it's kind of like fresh right now. I water it. I'm just gonna try to remove as much as I can. Look at all that. See? Look at all that fat. So it's kind of fresh right now since I wet it. So you see all that fat. Now you can see that I'm removing all the fat. So it's a really sharp knife. I recommend you use gloves. Look at all that fat. It's a big chunk. Look at all that. We just try to get around it, around the skin. Okay, so I remove as much as I can. You will feel it, kind of feels like leather type. The rest you just peel off, but it's a little bit hard right now since it's moist, because I wet it. So little by little you start removing all the fat, like all this fat from the skin. So all this fat. So right now I'm just gonna lay it a little bit to dry, not completely, just a little bit, and wait for 1 day. Wait for 1 day, and I'm gonna fold it again, but for right now I'm just gonna let it dry a little bit, and then I'm gonna put it back in the plastic bin. Certain skins you could remove like this one, I just removed it, but I don't want to make that much of an effort. But it feels like leather type, and like I said, certain spots I'm not gonna remove the fat, since I'm gonna cut all this, because it's not fur, it's just sheepskin. This is all the fur. So these are, like I said, they're gonna be rugs. So look at how nice it's looking. It's kind of drying up a little bit. Like I said, still might need another brush, another wash and brush, so it could look nice. So yeah, there's the skin I'm talking to you about. Like, it has all the fat, but I don't really care about this part. So I'm gonna cut it with the scissors, like all this, like that, like this, like all this. I'm gonna cut. I'm squeezing a little bit just to remove all the water a little bit. The corners. So yeah. Okay, so I hanged it against the wall so it could start dripping like the leftover water. But just to show you a little bit more closely the skin, like you'll know where do you remove all the fat. See, I remove all the fat. Except, like I said, this one, because it's going off, I'm gonna cut it off, this piece. So it's how it looks. So right now I'm gonna flip it the other side so you could get a better idea how the fur looks. Okay, so this is how it looks from the back. Like I said, it needs another wash and another brush, but it's looking a lot cleaner how it used to look, how it used to be. Okay, so I already washed where I had the sheepskin over there, and like I said, step 1, remove all the salt, wet it, and then step 2, wash it right here in the tub. I already throw the old water away, and I refilled it for new water. Put new water with soap and wash it. So this is the second sheepskin. I could do probably, like, I have 3 days off, so I did, in these 3 days I could do 3 sheepskins in 1 day, just skin them. I wake up in the morning like around 8 a.m. and just work my way up my hours. It's a little bit challenging right now since very cloudy and like I said, it's been snowing, so I don't get that much sun, so I could let it dry up a little bit. So like I said, these sheepskins are gonna have to be washed again, but I'm not gonna wash them right now. I already washed it the first wash, and I already brushed it like the other one, that one I have over there by the fence. This one I'm gonna have to sew it up. I'm gonna do it tomorrow, and I'm gonna let it dry. It has like probably like 4 holes right here and 2 right here. Let's see, yeah, like 3 holes. So it's not more work when it has holes. But look at how it looks, the sheepskin. Feels like leather type. I still have to remove a couple of fat right here on the edges. Like I said, I just get the fleshy knife and just go like this. And go like this and get all the like, just drag it all the way to the edges. And once I drag it up to the edges, I just go like this, stretch the skin, and just go like that. Just be careful with your hand, and just go around the edges. And if you can, just leave it there until the next day. But yeah, just stretch it around the edges, not too hard, just gently. And look at how much fat I remove. Like I said, I'm using the gloves, but I just wanted to show you guys how to do it, so you won't cut yourself. So yeah, this is how I do it. I just go around the spots that I can reach with the other long blade, that one. So I use this one. I'm gonna have to buy my own Skinner knife, but yeah, this is how I do it. And I go around and around the whole edges, just getting the skin, pulling it a little bit, just scraping all the fat right here. Like I said, I'm gonna cut all this right here because it's sheepskin and it's not the fur, so I don't really care about scraping the certain parts of it. But yeah, see all the fat. So right now I'm gonna show you guys how I put, like, I'm not gonna put any chemicals on this sheepskin, like harsh chemicals like aluminum, like I seen in other YouTube videos. I'm gonna do it the natural way. I get ideas from other YouTubers that did the same thing that I'm doing, but I'm using both their ideas. But there's one thing that I'm not using what they're using, and it's aluminum, because I don't like to work with super harsh chemicals. So I'm gonna use all natural. What I'm gonna be using is egg yolk with a paintbrush, warm water, and stir up just the yellow egg yolk, and stir it up in a bowl. So I'm gonna show you guys right now how I do it, and then we're gonna fold it, and I'm gonna leave it for 1 day. The next day I'm gonna unfold it and maybe scrape off a little bit of more fat right here and sew it up and give it a good stretch, and yeah, little by little, step by step. So I'm probably gonna do like part 1 and part 2, because I don't want to do a long video, because this requires a lot of patience and a long process. I was saying about the long process, so I'm gonna be doing probably like 3 parts of the video, or maybe 2, we'll see, because like I said, it's a long process. So yeah, I'm teaching you guys step by step. Okay, so now I'm gonna get some egg yolks for the sheepskin. I already feed the ladies, the beautiful ladies right here. They're enjoying their food. There's one laying their egg right there, so I'm gonna leave her alone. Just gonna get these ones right here. So every sheepskin, you're gonna need 3 eggs. 3 egg yolks, I mean. So it's a lot of eggs. I have 12 ladies, beautiful ladies. So they give me eggs every day, all 12 of them. So like I said, I'm not gonna use all these. These are gonna be for eating. And I'm gonna use basically 6 egg yolks for the sheepskin. My 2 guinea fowls are over there, starting to get more bigger. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave the ladies, the beautiful ladies, to eat over there. So there's one big egg. I'm probably gonna use this one to eat. They do give large eggs. So I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna use 6 egg yolks from these eggs. The rest of them is gonna be for eating, like I said. So, like I said, I'm not gonna be using harsh chemicals besides the Dawn. This is my first time, like I said, my first time doing the sheepskin without. I've never done it before, but I refuse to use harsh chemicals, especially in my hands or breathing that thing in. That's the whole reason I don't really like to work on construction when it comes to drywall, breathing all that sand. Even if I put a mask on, I still feel it like in my lungs, so that's the reason why I can't do certain jobs. Even spray painting, I have to do it outside, not inside. Even if it's ventilated inside, like I can't. So certain things I avoid doing it. It's kind of like I'm more used to doing myself, not for a hobby. Just do things by myself and show you guys how to do it. So yeah, I'm just gonna be using natural stuff. Like I said, I'm not gonna be using aluminum, the powder, sulfur or sulfate, which I was reading that it's bad to breathe it in, and I know it works good on the sheepskin, but to bleach it. But like I said, I like to do things the natural way. So I'm gonna get going with the 6 egg yolks, and I'm gonna show you guys how to do it. Okay, so these are my 2 sheepskins. Like I said, I already scraped the fat as much as I can, the fat membrane. See how nice it looks, even on this one. Look how clean it is. You could straight up tell when it's clean when you start seeing the white flesh. Like I said, I still have to like scrape all this fat. So right now it's all like much as I can. I still have to sew up the holes, but I'm gonna do it tomorrow. So I already got, like I said, the 6 eggs, so I'm gonna crack them open. Like I said, I'm gonna get warm water, not hot water, just warm water. So I'm gonna crack them carefully. See, just remove just keep the yellow part. Just be careful not to lose the yellow egg yolk. So there you go. See? You can put your finger like this if you want. Just hold it. So once you have the egg yolk, you already drain the rest of it. Throw it on the bowl right here. There goes one. So I'm gonna use the other one. If you're gonna cook eggs, this is a special way to do it. So you just have to be gentle. See? Got the yellow egg yolk. Throw it in there. Then crack the other one, and same goes for the other ones. See? In the beginning, I was scared to lose that yellow egg yolk, so I realized like by putting my finger like this, I was not gonna like lose it or like fall on the ground. So yeah. See. Throw it in there. Since this is not a waste of food because I get every day the eggs, like I said. I didn't buy these eggs. So they didn't cost me anything. It was free. But like I said, I like to use natural stuff. So, yep. And there you go. There goes your egg yolks, all 6 of them. So right now I'm going to get a stick and stir it around. So now I'm going to be stirring around the egg yolks. I'm going to be poking them and stirring it around as much as I can. Once the water starts turning yellow, as you could see. So I already turned it yellow. So remember, it's warm water, not hot water. Make sure you already poke all the egg yolks. So yeah. So this is like natural stuff. This is a reusable. I try to reuse it, wash it again. The brush. So basically what you do is just spread it all over the sheepskin like that. A lot of people don't like to use this. They want to use like other types of chemicals because they're scared that the eggs, I know like it smells. Well, right now it doesn't smell, but if you leave it like to dry it up, it might smell like eggs, like rotten eggs. But I realize it goes away when you when you let the sheepskin dry in the sun. Like you put it directly to the hot sun. But like I said, don't let it dry up just yet because you still have to sew it. Well, the other one I had to sew it, not this one. And this one I just had to scrape off all the fat. Well, both of them. I had to scrape both the fat. So try to get it around it. Work around it. Just don't stress yourself. Just go around it like this. And if you still have a lot of egg yolk right here, like the water with egg yolk, just pour it all over it, and like I said, just let it sit. Like that. Oh, and the eggshells, they don't go to waste. I use them for the compost. I throw it on I have a compost, like dirt, for the plants. It gives good nutrients. So like nothing goes to waste here. I reuse those egg yolks and just throw them in compost, crush them, and just throw them in the dirt. So that's what I do. I don't throw it away to the trash. So it's looking pretty nice right here. So once I'm done doing all this, like all this, like spraying all over the egg yolks. The warm water. Try to get it as much as you can around the edges. So now I'm gonna throw some like around here. Not all of it, because I still have to put it on the other one. So I'm gonna leave half of it and just spread it around. Instead of throwing it away, that leftover, I just throw it all over here, spread it all around with a paintbrush. I'm gonna wash the paintbrush right now. So now what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna fold it and leave it for one day, which is basically tomorrow. I'm gonna sew the other one and scrape both of them, the fat. So I just fold it like paper, pretty much, like that. You see how clean it looks when you wash it the first time? Once you hit it to the second time, once you wash it for the second time, it's gonna look more nicer, more whiter. Like I said, I'm not gonna use harsh chemicals. I'm just gonna be using Dawn, and that's like the most. It's not a harsh chemical. Dawn is very gentle. So see, I already folded it. So now I'm gonna put it in a plastic bin over there. So this is how I do it. I just fold it like that. And like I said, tomorrow I'm gonna sew the other one. Sew the hole, patch the holes. So I'm gonna throw this one right here. See how nice it looks? Like the skin right here, like looks all white. It looks very nice. Feels like leather. So that's how it looks when you scrape off all the fat. It looks very clean. So now I'm gonna spread all the egg yolk right here on this one, the second one. Like I said, I had to scrape off all the fat. So I'm gonna get the brush and spread all this. So now I'm gonna just do the same thing what I did with the first one. So yep, just spraying all over. So the leftover egg yolk, I just, like I said, just throw it all over here. There you go, like that. Just spread it around. Like I said, I'm not worried about the smell because it's gonna go away, because you're gonna still have to wash it and leave it in the hot sun, and the smell will go away. Even the sheep smell will go away once you wash it for like the second or third time, and will go away, the whole smell, the sheep smell. Which this is a dirty job. Like, if you don't want to smell especially your hands like sheep, wear gloves. Which me, I don't care, because it will go away. I have 3 days off, so by that time I have to go to work. Like, the sheep smell will go away. But yeah, like I said, this job is not for everyone. So yeah, especially you're gonna have to wash your clothes too, because you start smelling like sheep. So right now what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna fold it and leave both of them right there and put them away, store them where I put them at. So yeah, and I'm gonna wash the brush with water and soap, fold the sheepskin. Like a square, see, like that. So that's how it looks, like that. So you just store it away for one day, and tomorrow I'm gonna wash it again for the second time. So I'm gonna go store it over there where I leave it at, in a type of container over there where I store it at, so I can keep it cool. Okay, so I collected all these 6 eggshells, just throw them on my compost. What I do, so my dogs cannot get them, I just destroy them right here. And just cover it with dirt. So you have all the eggshells. I have a lot of them around here. It gives good nutrients to the soil. Have a lot of soil to grow a lot of fruit trees or vegetables. Like I said, I'm already starting a new project. Already bought some arches for the greenhouse, which I will show you right now. These are the arches for the greenhouse, and the pipes, the poles to hold the structure. It's gonna be a big greenhouse. I ended up buying it from some guy that used to grow, I can't remember what he used to grow, but I might be growing fruit trees like citrus, avocados, things that I cannot grow here because it's too cold because of the snow. And then they'll give me this water tank, so I got a pretty good deal. So that's gonna be my other big projects that I have. So like I said, I haven't built the sheep and the goat house for the sheep and goat, since it's been raining, snowing, and it's been windy. So I only do certain things that I can. Certain things I can't. Certain days I cannot do anything because it's too windy or it's snowing or raining. But I really want to finish that sheep house or goat. So yeah, I'm gonna show you guys the sheepskins, the first ones I done already. So like I said, I used this, I forgot what these are called. They're like foam for swimming, since it didn't have a protector. So make sure before you put your tools away that you clean, get a cloth. Even though it's a stainless steel, it still can rust. So dry it up completely. And like I said, I use this foam and split it in half so I could protect from slicing your finger or cutting out your hand by accident. So there you go. So you'll be protected. Also keep your knives in the pouch. You don't want to reach in here and cut your finger off, so always put it back where it belongs. Clean it real well. Your brush, and your other brush to spread the egg. You already washed it. Wash the bowl. Also, I'm gonna use this tomorrow in the second part of this video. I'm not gonna use this one because I'm using the other one. Use this if you don't want your hands to smell like sheep or cut your fingers too. So I found this also on my property, this box. It's good to store my tools for this type of job. So right now I'm gonna be showing you the first sheepskins that I made. So I'm gonna show you guys how it looks right now. Okay, so these are how my sheepskins look like. So like I said, it's been a struggle because of the weather. But like I said, I'm not using any harsh chemical. I just let it dry. It feels like cardboard, but you don't have to worry about that. I realize when you wet it and wash it again, it will soften up. See, I already sew it up right here. I use white so you can't really see it. So also this one, I sew it up right here, so, which you're not gonna really see because when you flip it the other side you won't see it. But anyways, I'm trying to dry it up so you could see like this right here. It hasn't dried up yet. This is all grease, like fat, all right here. Once you see white, there's no grease. This is how I'll show you there's grease right here. Look at how shiny it looks right here. Still grease, look. Look at how shiny my finger looks. So it's still fat. So what you want to do is just let it dry up. It's like this one, look. It still hasn't dried up completely. So I let the sun hit it as much as you can. As much as it can, so it could dry it out, because you don't want a greasy floor, you know. And also this one I use black. Actually, I use this one black. This on this side is black, so I use this one. But like I said, you're not gonna be able to see it because what you're gonna be showing is just this in your floor. So this one is almost done, but needs to dry up a little bit more. Like I said, it feels like cardboard, but it will soften up once I wash it again. But look at how beautiful the sheepskin looks like. I just want to wash it one more time, but I just don't want to have a greasy floor, so I'm waiting for it to dry out so it could look like this, white. So I'm gonna let it dry up a little bit more. This one needs more to dry up, but look at how it looks from the back. It feels like cardboard, like I said, because I need to wash it again and it will soften up. But look, let me flip all of them so you can see, give you an idea how it looks. Which I know it's like kind of like sticking up, but it will soften up once you wash it. Also this one, look at that, very nice fur. I know it feels like cardboard, but it will soften up once you wash it again with water and soap. Also this one, look at that, Very beautiful skin. Look at. So this to give you an idea, which I will show you tomorrow how to sew it up and wash it again and let it dry up like this, so it could feel like cardboard. And then the final step, rewash it again so it could soften up. But like I said, you have to wash. It takes a while because the weather hasn't been hot, it's been cold, so I need to wait until it turns all of it white so I could know if this still has to go. It has to be like this. So all this has to go this color because it's all grease like fat. So I'm just letting it dry. It's already dry when I washed it, but you could see the grease right here. You could see the stains. So I flip it over once in a while, then flip it back. But right now I just want it to hit certain spots. You see it's already turning white, all this, but just the edges still struggling because of the weather. This one still needs a little bit more. But just look at how beautiful it looks. So like I said, don't worry about being cardboard and sewing it, because when you sew it, you're not gonna be able to see it because you're gonna see only this side. You're not supposed to be showing this side, only right here. But yep, this is how it looks. So I'm gonna flip it and just let the sun, before the night hits, I put them away. I just fold them, not squarely, just like this, and put them in the plastic bin and put it in my patio, in the garage, wherever you want to put it. And also it doesn't have the smell no more of sheep that much, because like I said, I've been putting it in the hot sun. So I'm just gonna let it dry right here, all this fat, all that grease on the edges. But this is how it's supposed to look like. I've been doing it my way, like kind of like the old school, without any harsh chemicals. So I believe this one is mostly ready, so I'm gonna try to wash it, and I'm gonna show you guys how it softens up once you throw it in the water with soap. And once you leave it a little bit dried out, try not to leave it too much, or else it's gonna turn like this again. You want it soft like a rug, like a soft rug, not a hard like this. So you always have to be checking on them, like, to not make it feel like cardboard again. So I'm gonna throw this one in the water and it will soften up again. But just the feel of it, I like it. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave these to dry out more, and if doesn't dry it up completely, then tomorrow I'll do it again until it stays like this one. No more grease. Okay, so this one, since it's already fully dry, go hear the cardboard type. So I'm just gonna dip it in water. So it will soften up. Soap and water, just right here, fully submerged. So like I said, this was my first time doing it, the sheepskin, and I was worried, like, man, I did it into a cardboard, and I was worried until I throw it back in the water and wash it, and then I brushed it again, and then it softened up again, the flesh, and it started to feel like a soft rug. So yeah, this is how you do it. Well, this is how I do it. See, it's starting to soften up. Then I'm gonna leave it to dry again, but not completely, so it won't turn again like a cardboard. See, it's already feeling like not like a cardboard. Starting to feel more like a rug, like a soft rug. So I'm never scared to try something new, you know. I know other people that are scared because they invested a lot of money into it, but I didn't. And since I got these as like a donation, I'm not worried about it because they donated to me for free, so I'm not scared to try anything. So now I'm gonna flip it the other side, just fully submerge it. So I'm gonna take it out now. Fold it out more easier once you wet it. See, it turned into a soft rug already in a way. It doesn't feel like a cardboard that much. So I realize I can make it good. See, it's softened up now. Look, just give it time and it should soften up like this. Look. So now I'm gonna let it dry a little bit, but not too much no more, so it won't turn into a cardboard. Since I'm not too worried right now because it's not that hot today, still been cold, so I know in the summer I had to be real quick to take it out of the sun, because or else it's gonna turn into a cardboard again. It's gonna have that feel of a cardboard, and I don't want that. So I'll put it over there in the barrel. Right here. Probably gonna give it a little brush again. Has a little bit of twigs, not that much. See how soft it became. See? Just look how it looks in the back. See, it doesn't feel like cardboard. I'm gonna try to remove as much fat as I can. But look at how beautiful it looks. See, doesn't feel like cardboard. So yeah, like in the beginning I was scared that, oh man, it turned into a cardboard. But if you like the technique, you could use it, or else you could follow the other people like do it their style. But like I said, this is not, doesn't have any harsh chemicals, so just look how how nice it looks. I'm gonna leave it in the flat surface so it won't be like kind of curvy like the barrel. But I'm just gonna do it right now with a quick brush and then put it back in the deck. So I'm gonna put it back in the deck flat so I could not lose its shape. It's flat, so it cannot loosen its flat shape. Okay, so I'm gonna brush it real quick. remove the small twigs. It doesn't lose that much hair no more, since I already removed from the previous brushes. So it doesn't lose that much hair no more. See, the other ones, because they're fresh, they will lose a lot of hair. I can't really guarantee this is gonna be waterproof, so this is gonna be an indoor rug, so I think you have to put the harsh chemical. You want it to be waterproof for outside, but since I don't want to work on like harsh chemicals, this is gonna be only for inside use. So when you go get off your bed and you have like tile or wood flooring and it's really cold, especially if you live in these types of areas, high elevation where it snows, this will be a good fur for a good rug for your room. And this is the original sheepskin, artificial sheepskin. So it's pretty cool having this. When visitors come, they can't see like the original stuff, how it looks. So you already see how it's softened up. See? Start squeezing it more. So yeah, right now I'm just gonna throw it over there. And I already done brushing it. So now I'm gonna put it back in the deck and see, looks nice. Like I said, don't let it dry this time too much. And before the night hits, put it back in the plastic bin and put it in the patio or in your garage or a shelf. We'll fold it like this. Like that. See, I couldn't fold it when it was cardboard because it was hard. Right now, since it's softened, you could fold it like this, like the first ones I showed you, the first ones I skinned. So yeah, that's how you loosen it. Like cardboard no more. So you just wash it again with water and soap. So right now this one, I'm just gonna let it dry today and tomorrow, but not completely because I want it to be a cardboard again. This, I believe this is my third time washing it. Can't remember if it was the third time or fourth time, but the only reason why I realized that I had to wash it again, that I couldn't put it on the floor because it still had a lot of grease and fat. Because I was touching it, it was still greasy. But this one already dried up, it already turned super white around it, so I already know that it's ready to put it on the floor, since it doesn't have that fat no more. But for right now, since it's wet, we have to let it dry. So I'm gonna put it over there on the deck, on a flat surface, or you could put it on a table somewhere flat, not right here, just kind of rounded like this. So I'm gonna go lay it down, and if it, like I said, it doesn't dry completely, then I'm gonna put it away, fold it like this. Like that, and then tomorrow extended it again and put it on the hot sun, on the warm sun. Okay, do you see how flat it looks now? It doesn't stick up as much as it used to, which it might still stick up a little bit, but not that much. Right now, laying it flat, so it doesn't look like that. Like those wrinkles over there, they're lifting up. See, this one feels like cardboard. You could even hear it. But look at how it doesn't stick to the ground, because I need to wash it again and soften it up again, like this one. Look at this one. I already wet it, wash it, soap, and you can't hear it like this one. Look, feels like cardboard. And this one is soft, so like I said, I need to be very careful not to leave it dry out completely, because you don't want it to turn into a cardboard, or else you're gonna start again washing it again. This one is almost done also. I could see a little bit of fat, yellow stains, so which is the fat, the grease, but they're almost there. So yeah, don't be scared to try something new. So this one, I'm not too worried that it will dry out real quick, because since it's kind of cold outside, it's not too hot. It's okay, but if it's the summertime, then I have something to worry about. Not to leave it dry out completely. So right now, everything's okay. The only struggle is like pros and cons having cold and heat. When it's cold, it's hard to dry it up, and when it's hot, it will turn super quick. Like it will get hard super quick, but it will kind of speed up the process. But also, leaving it too much, it will turn into a cardboard, and then you have to wash it again. But this is already starting to look like a rug already. So yeah, I'm gonna let it dry up a little bit, and if it, like I said, it doesn't dry up today, then tomorrow I'm gonna put it again outside, so it could dry up, and then we could place it on the floor inside the house and show you guys how it looks. And I will show you tomorrow part 2 of the process of the other 2 sheepskins. Then one of them needs to be sewed up and remove more fat, and then let it dry like this, like these ones, both of them. Once I finish to sew up and remove the fat on both of them as much as I can. And yeah, it's a process, like I said. It's not you're not gonna finish in 1 week maybe. Especially, it all depends on the weather too and the skills. So thank you for watching. Please stay tuned for the second part of this video of how to do the sheepskins, how to prepare it, and how to process it. So please don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and give a thumbs up and subscribe, because it helps a lot my channel, and also so you won't miss any of my interesting videos. There's more projects, like they said, the greenhouse, the sheep house or goat house. So yeah, thanks for watching.